Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Marcos Villegas, Fight Up TV, live and in living color for you as we await Regis Prograis to join us on the show live today. But wanted to go ahead and say hello to everybody. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. A lot of things going on in the world of boxing that we will go ahead and discuss. And I actually see Regis on here right now. Let me go ahead and check in with him and see if he's ready. Regis, can you hear me? I think he's. I think Regis, you need to get in a
Yes,
in a
sir.
better area. Yeah, I
Let me sit down.
yeah. I need you to get in a better area. I think your internet's kind of acting up. Hold on. Go ahead and fix that real quick. So while we work on getting Regis on, I think he may have fixed it now. There you are. Much better.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Regis, man, glad for you to join us. Thank you so much. I know a lot of fighters don't usually do this sort of thing after a fight. They want to go ahead and relax because they've had a long training camp. So thank you for the time. I really appreciate it. Now that you know what happened on Saturday, what have you been thinking about? What kind of thoughts have you had in your mind in regard to the fight?
First off, I think it was a good fight. Just for the fans and stuff like. I feel like we all won.
Hold on, Regis. I think you're having an internet issue. It's a little bit lagged a little bit. So if you could connect just on a solid signal, you're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Come here. Put the internet on for me, please. On my phone in the office.
So Regis is gonna fix that signal, and we're gonna get him clear so it doesn't lag a bit for you guys. But make sure to hit the like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as well. Share this. This is the first time we're actually streaming on X as well. I've never done this before, so if you're tuning in with us from X, what's up, everybody? Hi. Give us a follow as Regis is correcting this his iNet for the time being. But you know, some things happening over the weekend as well. I'm not sure if you guys saw the UFC fight. It happened right before Regis's fight. I want to say like it finished just in time for Regis's and Jack Catterall's walkouts with Ilya Taporia knocking out Max Holloway. You know, funny story about Max Holloway. I actually met Max when he was 18, right before he signed in the UFC at a tattoo parlor in Las Vegas. And I remember the people that I was with told me like, yo, you know, this guy's Max. Can you interview him? He's going to be a big thing coming up, you know? And at the time, I was still growing the channel, still growing the page. And I was like, sure, you know, how old is this guy? He's like, dude, he's going to be the next big thing. Like, trust me, he's going to get signed to the UFC. And, you know, you hear that a lot in the game, like, hey, you know, this so-and-so is going to be, you know, the best new thing coming. But it ended up being fact with Max. And I remember the guys telling me like, yo, dude, this guy lights everybody up in the gym and he's only, you know, this age. And, you know, I interviewed him. He was very, very quiet, very shy and reserved. But to see the career that Max has had over the years, because ever since that interview, I've been following him. And, you know, I know the focus on this channel is boxing. But, you know, I'm a fan of fights. I'm a fan of just combat in general. And I always watched Max's career from afar and all the fights that he's had. And someone on the chat saying, hey, you know, super sad that Max lost. Micah as well saying sad that Max lost. Yeah, man, it happens. You know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. That's, you know, what happens in combat sports as we attempt to get Regis back on with us. I think he may have fixed it. I'm not sure. Regis, just give me a signal on your end if you're able to hear this, bro. If you have your internet signal fixed up, we'll bring you right in. I don't know, Bernie, if you're listening to this as well. I don't know if you want to try to help us as well to get him back in here. I think he could just log out and then log back in to get in here. And I think it should fix things up if he's on the internet or on a stronger signal. I see Regis now. Hold on a second. All right, Regis, Can you hear me? Yo, okay. Let's see if this works this time. You're able to hear me, right?
I can hear you. I can hear you in the C. Yeah, I can hear
Okay,
you in the
perfect,
C.
perfect,
Mhm.
cool. What's up, bro? How we doing?
I'm good, bro. All
Yeah.
good. Yes, sir. I'm good.
Okay,
Yeah.
man. So, let me know what's going on. What are you thinking about from the fight?
Um,
Oh no, we lost you, Regis. What happened? Oh no, his screen went black. Oh man. I hope his phone didn't die. Bernie, help me out here. Give me 1 second, guys. This is not working out the way I wanted it to. Hold on a second. I got to send a text over to Bernie. Oh, man. I think his phone died. Here, I got to send this text out to his PR. Okay, I think we're getting him back on. Mind you, guys, we're going to get him back on. We're going to make this work, people. We're going to make this work. Just be patient with me. But this is going to work. I think he's going to I think he's gonna log back in here. He will be back. Trust me, he will be back. And he'll go ahead and speak with us. But we're having a minor issue. Okay. In the chat, let me know just what you think about the fight. What'd you think about how Jack looked, and how Jack matches up with the rest of the 140-pound division? All right, I think we have Regis back on. All right, here we go, Regis. We're good now.
Man, people keep calling, bro. That's what's going on.
It's all
My
good.
phone keeps ringing, bro. That's the thing was going on. My phone just keeps ringing over and over. I got it on sleep mode, and it keeps ringing. People keep calling me. That's why.
Okay, no worries, bro. No worries.
Yeah. Let's get back to it. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, man. I mean, I feel obviously I'm disappointed I lost. I definitely feel like I felt like I was boxing good early. I was winning. What happened was I went back to the corner. I think in the sixth or the seventh round, and my coach was like, "Listen, we think you up, but we are over here. We in the UK, and you might have to do something else." So that's when I started stepping up. I started walking to him, and that's when he caught me. And I still was good. He caught me and stuff like that. I wasn't hurt or nothing like that. But then I hurt my ankle real bad. I twisted my ankle and I twisted my knee. So I messed my knee up and my ankle. I'm gonna go to I sat in my cold tub last night. I'm gonna do it again, obviously, when we get off this interview. And I'm gonna go see about the doctor. My knee feels better, but my ankle is still kind of messed up. And I don't know if I broke it, or I don't think it's broken, but I think something is definitely wrong with it. So I'm gonna go to a doctor. I have a doctor's appointment for tomorrow for my ankle. But I mean, I thought I was boxing good. I thought I was boxing beautiful early. I put him down. I dropped him with a jab and all that stuff, and I thought I was gonna, I thought it should have been easy. But like I said, I knew I was in the UK and I knew what I was up against, and I knew that I had to try to get a knockout to win. I knew it was gonna be, and we looked at the scorecards. It was very wide. I was like, damn, that is. I definitely felt like I lost the fight, but it was like a super wide margin, and that's why I stepped it up. And maybe I should have never stepped it up, and then it would have been kind of like a controversial thing. But that's just not my fighting style. My fighting style is, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go get it. And so I stepped to him, and I was trying to get the knockout. I was aiming for that knockout. I was trying to get it, and that's when I stepped up, and that's when he caught me. And like I said, I was good. But then I hurt my ankle. I hurt my ankle and my knee, and then it was like, all right, I'm now I need to fight past that also.
Okay. When did the ankle when did that happen, and what round, and what
I'm I'm
exactly
I'm not
made that
sure
happen?
I'm not sure what happened. When I think that I know me and him, we fell to the ground together. When we fell to the ground, maybe that's what happened. Then I remember I swung a big left hand, and then I twisted all the way. And I think that's when it happened. And I'm saying that because my cameraman, he was there, and he caught it. And that's what he said. He said that's when you twist your ankle. He had that on film and stuff. And he said that's when I twisted my ankle and stuff like that. So, and that was obviously that was later. That was probably maybe like I don't know, 8th through the 10th round or something like that when I did that. So I was fighting through that.
Yeah, like you mentioned, you did start off really, really well. You
Hmm.
were moving good. Your defense was actually that's the one thing that I was thinking of in the early rounds was your defense, and your slipping was really on point. Where
Hmm.
you made a miss a lot of punches. The knockdown happened. It looked you did connect with him. It looked like you punched him in the chest. He fell
Hmm.
down, but from what you saw, what happened there when you knocked him down? I think in the fifth round.
Yeah, it was just a jab. It was jab. It was like to the neck, and it was and really I was that was something I was working on in camp. I was really trying to get that jab to the body. I was trying to get that a lot, but he had a good game plan. He wanted obviously everybody had a game plan to kind of stay away from my left hand. So that's what they wasn't work. They wasn't focused on the jab. So the jab was getting in. I feel like the jab was winning most of the fight just jabbing, and that was and I got that, and then after I tried to follow up with the 1-2, and obviously he grabbed me and stuff.
Yeah, he's a tricky fighter, man. He fights really slick. He uses the distance really well.
Mhm.
In round 9, when he scored the 2 knockdowns, what happened there?
Um, he just caught me. Really, he
Yeah.
just caught me. It's nothing else. He caught me. The thing is, like, he's aqua. He's very aqua fighter. He's very slick. He's very aqua. I won't even say. I know at the end of the thing I said that he was the best I fought. That's not true. But he's very aqua, and he really doesn't have the lead hand. He doesn't really have a right hand, but he does have a good left hand. The left hand is real good. He throws it. I mean, he throws it a bunch of ways. So obviously, I think that whoever fights him next, they'll have to be worried about that because he throws the left hand. He throws it as an uppercut. He throws it as a. He never caught me with the uppercut, but he throws it as an uppercut. He throws it as a straight, and he throws it as a looping. And then when he throws the looping, that's what I was worried about too. He throws the looping, then he rolls underneath to that left side. So yeah, I mean that's the main thing, man. He just caught me.
How hurt were you? Were you hurt?
I didn't feel hurt. I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't feel hurt and stuff like that. Nah, I mean the thing is when you get hit with a hard punch, you don't feel it. Yeah, I never thought about that, but George Foreman said he said, man, like really when you get hit with a hard punch, you don't feel it. It's just like body leaves, like your legs leave first, but you don't even feel it. It's just like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like you get caught, and it's just like it takes your legs from you. It doesn't hurt though.
So the 2 knockdowns happened in round number 9. We're going into the round 10, 11, and 12. At that point, how close did you feel the fight was?
No, I felt the fight was slipping. At that point, I
Yeah.
felt the fight was slipping. That's why I had to walk him down. I was like, I really have to. My coach was like, look, you gotta knock this boy out. You have to. That's when I was like, all right, let's do it. I put my hands up and like I tried to walk to him. It wasn't no more boxing. It was like, all right, I have to fight him. I actually have to fight him. But that was playing into his hands. That's what he wanted me to do. I can tell that's what they want me. They want me to, they want me to walk to him. Everybody, that's what they gonna do. They didn't expect me to box him. Early on, I just boxed him. And I felt like it was easy. I just boxed him with my jab. Every night I might throw a 1-2 in there, but it was hard to connect with it. But I was just jabbing all around the ring, and I was doing good. Like the first 6 rounds, it was easy. But then my coach was like, you probably need to step it up. Be a little more busier. They said, be a little more busier. You probably need to step it up. And that's what I did, and that's when I got caught, and that's when, but that's what either I got caught or the ankle thing happened, and then once that happened, it was like, all right, the fight kind of shifted.
So in terms of the ankle thing, like, did you hear a pop? Like, did you roll it exactly?
I think I rolled it. I didn't hear a pop or nothing like that. Now you don't hear nothing, but I think I just rolled it, and right now I barely can walk. Like I said, I have a cold tub, so I sat in the cold tub last night. I'm gonna do it again after we get off this, and I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and just kind of see. But it was my fight night. It was my knee and my ankle, but now my knee is my knee is a little better. Now it's just my ankle.
Yeah, you like you kept, I think it was like the sticker on the mat or something like that, where you might have slipped, and then you try to like clean your shoes off, and then like I just kind of noticed like 10, 11, and 12, like I don't know, you weren't able to put so much force in your punches, and I thought like, oh, something's up. I think he hurt himself. So watching it, like, yeah, I could tell something was up.
Right. Yeah, I mean, hurt myself. I mean, listen, it's a part of the game. You can't make
Yeah.
excuses about it. It's a part of the game. I don't know if it happened earlier when we fell. We actually hit each other. We fell. We both fell to the ring. So I don't know if it happened. It started there, but then yeah, it got worse. And like I said, I barely could walk. I don't know if people saw when we walked to the ring for the announcement, and then I barely could walk to them. I almost fell right there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you were very classy after the decision, classy and defeat, man. Something very different that we don't see a lot of times. I know this is an emotional sport and a lot of emotions go through you, but speak on that where you said, hey, he was just better than me. He got me.
Yeah, you just better. I mean, listen, it's no for me. Listen, after a fight, bro, it is what it is. There's no point to complain. All you do is go back to the gym and you go back and get better. You go back and do different things, and make sure that doesn't happen again. So for me, it's just like, yeah, he was better, and um, That's all. And I just understand like the position I was in. You know, I was in a position where I had to knock him out. You know, I understand that, and I couldn't knock him out. So, and I mean, that was it. It was nothing else I could do about it.
Yeah, I know you alluded to it a little bit earlier when we spoke, but after the fight, you said you had felt that Jack may have been the best you faced. I know when we just spoke, you said you don't think that anymore, but do you or no,
No,
it's
no,
not
he's
the
not.
case.
He's definitely not the best that I faced. I mean, I was
Yeah,
talking in the ring, being out. You know, I want to be classy in the ring and stuff like that for the people. I know I was in the UK and stuff, but you know, he wasn't the best I faced. But he's not. He's better than I thought. Put it like that.
yeah.
He is a better level than I thought he was. At first, I was like, that's why I took. Honestly, that's why I took the fight. I know going. I know. You listen. You go to UK. You have a UK fight. You have to damn near knock him out. You can't win a decision. You know. So that's why I was boxing early, and my coach was like, man, you gotta be busier. You know. But he's better than I thought. I thought I was just able to knock. I really thought I would knock him out. You know. But I couldn't. I couldn't get to him with the left hand. The 1-2 is just he was real good at being defensive to slip that, you know. So especially on the southpaw. Maybe as a right hand it might be a little different, but you know, I thought I was with him knock on and I couldn't get to him. And yeah, he was like I said, he was just better than I thought. I don't think he the best I faced, but he definitely was he's a better fighter than you think he is. Like you watch him on video, like I don't think so because he's so awkward. He's a very awkward fighter, but you know, he's definitely better than I thought.
In your opinion, is he better than Devin?
I can't say better or not. Nah, I think Devin has more tools. But I would say this about that. I was better as a fighter Saturday night than I was with Devin. It was the Devin fight. I mean, it wasn't me at all, for sure. That wasn't me at all. With this fight, I was more focused. With this fight, I was more present. I was in the moment. You know, I like even walking to the ring, I enjoyed myself, everything about it. I was present. I can still replay everything in my mind. With the Devin fight, I really wasn't there. So I can't say that I can't say who is better. You know, they have two different styles. Both of them are good boxers. Um, I think what I could say, I think Devin has more tools though. I think
Mm,
Jack, his tools are, you know, he doesn't have a good right hand. He doesn't have a good jab, and he kind of slaps with the hook a little bit. He really didn't catch me with too many hooks. He'll slap with the hook, and he really doesn't have a good jab. Devin has a good jab. Devin has a good 1-2. Devin has a good hook also, and Devin has good feet. Jack has good feet. But Jack doesn't have a good strong right hand, but he does have a good variation of the left hand. The left hand is real good and real sneaky, and it's quick. It's quicker than you think it is.
okay, okay. Yeah, I don't think Devin took well to that comment. I don't know if you had a chance to see the things he said on Twitter.
Nice. I see.
Yeah, he had a few remarks. One said the one that stuck out was he said that he ruined you as a fighter after he fought you. The other is, you know, your chin is not what it was.
Mhm.
Just your reaction to that kind of stuff from
I
him.
mean, it is what. Listen, everybody got their own opinions and stuff like that. You know, I think that as far as the chin thing, I mean, I'm just getting hit with bigger punches now, but at the same time, the chin is. I'm still like I jump right back. If Jack hit me with a, he hit me with a clean shot, that
Yeah.
clean left hand, and I just jumped right back up. So I wasn't hurt. He just caught me. That's all. It was something that he just caught me with, and I jumped right back up. And as far as Devin ruined me as a fighter, no, that's definitely not true. Devin barely. I mean, like I said, I feel like I just wasn't there. That's all. With the Devin fight, I feel like I just, you know, mentally I wasn't there. With the Jack fight, I feel like mentally I was there, but I was going up against a lot of stuff. That's
Yeah,
it.
he said that he beat you worse than Catterall. That, you know, you're just bitter about the fight that you had with him. He tweeted a lot actually on that night.
Right.
He said, "Hey, you know, Regis doesn't have a chin. Bare knuckle fights aren't for him. He needs to become an amateur boxing coach, USA Boxing." Uh, Uncharacteristic, really, from Devin.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Devin. Listen, I always say Devin is. We always say he's the homeschool kid. You know, I always say Devin the private school kid. You know, that's him, man. Devin gonna say all kinds of stuff. Look, it is what it is. I'm not worried about Devin. I fought Devin. He beat me. Congratulations. I just fought Catterall. He beat me. Congratulations. It's over with. I ain't. I mean, what else I'm gonna say? I don't got to keep tweeting about. You know, that's childish stuff. You know, Devin is 25, so he's still like a kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm 35, so I'm not about to go back and forth with a child.
Mm. In your opinion, because I know that's a fight that I'm pretty sure Eddie wants to set up between Jack and Devin, and having spent time in the ring with both, who would win that potential fight between them two?
It's a good fight, man. I don't know. I think it's a good fight. I think on either night it depends. I feel like what a lot of people don't realize, man, with these fights, it depends on a lot. It depends on the pre-fight stuff. It depends on where the fight's taking place. It depends on the size of the ring. It depends on a lot of stuff. You know, it really does. So it depends on. I would. It's not just who would win. For me, I can't just say who would win that fight because they do have different styles. Right now, I think that I don't know. I don't know. It's a good fight. I think that Devin has more skill. Even though Devin said all that shit, I think that he definitely I think has more skill than Jack. But it all depends on it all depends on the night and who shows up on that night, stuff like that. I know if they have a fight, it'll be with it'll be a whole lot of press talking shit. Jack don't really say nothing. Bill will be saying all kinds of stuff. Maybe Bill can get Jack head and talk, with Sam Jones. I know that'll be interesting to see that. And it depends on where the fight will be. If they fight maybe in Manchester or something like that, it might go Jack way. But if they fight stateside, it might go Devin way. So I mean, I don't know. It's a good fight, but I think that as far as who has the more tools, I think Devin has more tools than Jack.
Mm, okay. You tweeted too since the fight. One saying that I'm tired of being skinny. Might be
Right.
time to move up in weight. I know when they interviewed you in the ring, it sounded to us that you might have been alluding to retiring from the sport. Where are you at now with that?
Well, I mean, it's still a few days away. I just feel like, man, really, I'm gonna go sit down with my team and I'm gonna really talk about it. I still feel like I got a lot more to go. I still can do a whole lot of stuff. It depends if I want to stay at 140. It's like something I really want to do is be a three-time champion at 140, but maybe that's not for me. So if I can, like I said, I'm gonna talk to my manager. I'm gonna see what's going on. But if I can get another shot at the belt, maybe I'll take that 140 or just go up to 147. If not, then go ahead and do the bare knuckle thing like I want. That's something I really want to do. It's something. Two things I always want to do is I did want to put on size. I've been 140 pounds since I turned pro. This was like 12 years ago. So I've been 140 my whole career, and it might be time to move up. I'm 35, so it might be time to suck my body down for so long. And I always want to change my body. I want to get wider. So maybe that go up to 147 or you do the bare knuckle thing. That's something I want to do too. Is do the bare knuckle thing and do that at it'll be like fighting at 145. So either way, it'll be going up. So the only way I think I would stay at 140 is if I can, kind of rebuild and get another shot at the belt. But I don't really see how that'll happen right now. But yeah, I mean, it's boxing, man. You never know. You really never know what's gonna happen in boxing. So maybe it can, maybe it can't. But I'm gonna talk to my team. Still, we still gonna process a few things and still wait, and then we'll see. We'll see what happens.
How does that conversation like take place? Like, do you just ask them honestly, like, hey guys, do you think I should keep going, or like, how does that even like that
Yeah, for
conversation
sure,
even
for
go?
sure. I'm gonna talk to everybody. Talk to my coaches, my manager, even my family, and just see like, you think I should keep going? And I feel like I still can. I feel like I'm still. The thing is, like, you lose your speed and your reflex in your speech. For me, I can still speak very well. I still have reflexes. I'm still fast. So I don't think that that's I feel like I don't think that that's an issue. I feel like the issue happened in Saturday was like I changed up my game plan. I think that was the main thing. I feel like I was up the first 6 rounds. I feel like I was winning easily, and then I changed my game plan. I walked to him, and then when I walked to him, I got caught, and obviously I had my ankle and all that stuff to worry about too. But if I think that if I would have just kept going the same thing, I don't think I would have got a decision by boxing, but maybe it would have been like something controversial. It wouldn't have been like that. So, I'm gonna talk to my team and I'm gonna see what they have planned for me and what they have going. Right now, it's just a week of just resting. That's it. Rest, don't do nothing. I still got black eye stuff. Take care of my knee and my ankle and my hand and all that stuff, and just kind of see what'll be next. But right now, it's just chill out and don't make no rash decisions right now.
Yeah, how do you feel you would accommodate yourself at 47?
I feel like I can be stronger. Obviously we'll have to go see, but I definitely feel like I can be stronger. If I can put on Um, if I can put on about 10 pounds of walking around muscle weight, it'll be like, damn, I feel like I can be better, but we'll see. We'll see because maybe I know when you get older, you get stronger. You put the weight on, you get stronger. But I've been sucking down at 140 for so long. It's just like maybe. And I even looked at the highlights in the ring, and I was like skinny. And I remember like looking at the scales, like damn, I'm not even really gaining too much. So we'll see. Maybe we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't want to make no rash decisions right now because maybe something that was big happens at 140 for me right now. We just never know.
So then, what would, I guess, seal the deal for you in terms of, hey, you know what? I had a great career. I fought everybody. I accomplished a lot. I think it's time.
I just feel like when everybody around me tells me that, when my coaches tell me like everybody telling me, look, it's not time. It's really not time. You still got a lot left. You have a lot of flaws. It's obviously it's things technically I need to work on, that I can get better with. But everybody like, nah, like you still can do this stuff. Is you don't need to hang this up right now. You still can do it. You just need to change some things up. Probably tactically, you need to do some things and on some fundamental side. But yeah, everything is. I think everything is still ticking.
Mm. You mentioned the bare knuckle thing. Why?
I just like it, bro. For me, I want to do, even after the Devin fight, I hit it at doing MMA, and I just like it, bro. I just something I want to do. I think I would have probably been doing that if that was more available when I started boxing. I probably would have been doing that over boxing, but boxing was what I saw. So, I like it, bro. I just want to do it. One of my friends, Austin Trout, he was a champion at 154. He fought Canelo Cotto. He fought everybody, and he was actually he's actually a bare knuckle champion right now. We all train together at the same gym. So it's like it's something I'm just kind of interested in, especially I think, but just not right now. I think that later down the line, it's something I definitely be interested because it's like you still competing, but you don't have to compete for so long. That's the thing. I think it's 5 rounds, 2 minutes, 5 rounds or something like that, and they getting paid crazy over there. But obviously we have to fight 12 rounds, so. It's something that I think that I'll definitely be looking into, but just not right. I still have a lot to prove in boxing. No matter if I go up to 47 or get another shot at 40. We'll see what happens.
Damn. Have you ever seen them though after the fights? Like their
Oh, they
hands,
be
their
like,
faces?
man, listen,
Yeah.
the thing is, man, look, the thing is, like my friend Austin, he don't get touched because he's a boxer, bro. So a real boxer don't really get touched. So I mean, I know, yeah, they get messed up because as soon as that bone hit that bone, they bust open, But man, I feel like I have a good chance because of biting. I do hit hard, so I feel like in boxing, like as a boxer going into that, oh, I have a real good. I be stopping everybody real fast. As soon as I touch them, it's gonna be over. Even with a jab, like Austin, he plays with these guys. He's already. He's a champion. He's like a top pound for pound over there already. He's a champion. He's a two sport champion already. He was a champion in boxing. Now he's a champion in bare knuckle boxing. So I can see myself doing it. I was already a 2-time champion in boxing, and maybe I can go over there, be a 3-time champion, but the other way around.
Oh man, you don't want to go quietly into the night. You're choosing violence still, even
Yeah,
after
I
this
still
boxing
I still
stuff.
can do it, bro. I still can do it. That's the thing. I still can go and I still can do it, and I still have that competitive spirit. I still can't just walk away from it. And I just got a call from somebody. They was like, "Man, look, don't do it too long." I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do that." I study all behind me is my books, and I study all the greats, and I study what most of them they always staying in too long, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm definitely not gonna do that. I'm not gonna stay in a sport too long. Why? I start losing my speech and can't talk and can't walk, and it's like, man, I'm not gonna do that. I do want to be around for my grandkids, and I don't want to be, in a wheelchair or something like that, and I can't talk and be all messed up. So sometimes greatness is just not worth that, and I understand that. So but right now I still can't do it. I still can take abuse, and yeah, my body's still strong.
So then, these next few months, you're gonna sit down with your team, your family, gonna figure out what you're gonna do. If you do decide to stick around, how likely is it then 147 is the way to go? Like, how do you want to like craft then this like next year? Once you make that decision, like, do you
Yeah,
already
I
have
mean,
ideas in your head?
yeah, I just want to see. I want to talk to everybody and see what's going on. Like I say, I mean, the thing is, boxing is crazy, bro. Boxing is a crazy thing, and it's a crazy game. So, you know, with that last fight, they might give me another title shot. They might think, oh, I could beat Reason, give me another big title shot or something like that. So maybe we can do that at 140. Or, but it's something that I want to personally do is go to 147. Obviously, I want to be a 3-time champion at 140, but if it's just not in the cards for me, then it's just not in the cards, and then I can go up to 147. But I just have to talk to my team, I talk to my people, and we'll just see what's kind of on the table, what's on the table for me, and we'll just see, because I don't think it's really not a lot of competition at 147 right now, besides one person, which is Boots, but besides that, it's really not too much at 147 right now. So we'll see. Maybe we just like I said, man, we always just gotta see. We gotta go back to the drawing board and see what's going on.
So I believe, and I could be wrong. Correct me if I am wrong, Regis. Was this the last fight under contract with Matchroom?
That was the last fight with Matchroom, yeah.
That was your last fight with Matchroom. Okay, so you now become a free agent, right?
A free agent, yes. Now I'm a free agent again, yes.
Okay. So with that being said, what do you want to do? Do you just want to be a free agent? Do you plan on re-signing with Matchroom? Like, how are you looking at that situation?
I don't know. I'm gonna talk to my manager about it. The thing is, listen, bro, like this last year with Matchroom, I was with Matchroom early over a year. I didn't have a manager. I didn't. I really didn't have a manager, right? So now I do have I have very, very good representation right now. So I think that he's gonna steer me really in the right direction. I don't have to do it like I didn't have a manager with Matchroom going into the whole thing with Matchroom. So I think Matchroom kind of took advantage of that. They took advantage of me not having a manager and you doing some things that I probably should have never did, like especially taking this fight. I mean, no matter what, I'm a fighter. So I believe in myself. And I believe that, yeah, I was gonna beat Jack. I was gonna knock Jack Catterall out. That's why I took the fight in Manchester. But is it a smart thing to do? Probably not. After you coming off a Devin Haney defeat, is it a smart thing to do to go right back and go to a whole different country and fight somebody? It's probably not a smart thing to do. But if I had a good manager at the time, it wouldn't have been that. I probably would be doing something else. But now I have good representation. I'm a free agent again, so we'll see. I'm not in a crazy good spot, but I'm not in a bad spot at the same time either. So yeah, I'll see what my manager talk about, and we'll just see what's going on.
Were you happy with that year with Matchroom?
I mean, I made a lot of money. That's cool. I made a lot of
That's
money.
the important
Yeah,
part, right?
that's cool. I mean, listen, I made a lot of money. I probably should have never took some. I mean, it depends. I mean, maybe I should have never took those fights because I think that looking back, hindsight, looking back on it, that after the Zarilla fight, it wasn't a good fight. So, and I know that, because of all the distractions in New Orleans that brought with it. So after that, you want to build the fighter's confidence back up. I should never took a Devin fight. Same thing in his hometown, and then Devin beat me. And then after that, right after that, I fought Jack Catterall in his hometown, and not just in his hometown, in his home country, So I probably shouldn't have did that, So it was cool. It was cool to be with Matchroom and make a lot of money, but as far as like a longevity career, it probably wouldn't have been. It's probably not the best thing, but like at the same time, bro, we made a lot of money, so that's cool. So now it's just all right. I made the money thing. I made a lot of money here at Matchroom, so it's like all right, now it's time to, go do something else and work back on a legacy now.
Okay, yeah, because Oscar has a thing against Eddie. He does these clapback Thursday videos, and
Right.
a lot of it is Eddie, a lot of it is Canelo. But I think that there was a tweet where he said like he felt that they kind of what he said was like they ruined Matchroom ruined your career with the matchmaking.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
I just have no comments about it. Like, well, I just want to tell Oscar my career's not over. That's the thing. It's not over. I had 3 fights with Matchroom. It's over with. That's over with now. But it's not over now. My career is not over. I still can do a lot of things. I still can, come back at 140. I still can do something at 147. So it's not over just yet, Oscar. Just tell Oscar, it's not over just yet.
Mm. Yeah, like you mentioned, there's a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things you want to do. Just in terms of your free agent status, we've seen other fighters navigate that way very well. It works out for them. You said at this point, it's more of a legacy thing. Like the Matchroom, the 3 fights made you a lot of money. Eddie said that in the post fight, like, hey, we made Regis a fortune with these fights.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess the thorn in your side is the championship. Then that's the thing that
Yeah, that's
the
it. Yeah,
remaining
I mean,
checklist.
that's the main thing is just being because yeah, I think that well really, bro, like when I first signed with Matchroom didn't have nobody. I signed with Matchroom. I think I'm not mistaken. I was the first American champion to sign with Matchroom as a male. I think that then after that everybody else started coming over there. Um, but yeah, I mean we did the Matchroom thing and now it's over and we'll see what the free agency look like and just I don't know, go, maybe go a different way. But yeah, it was cool. The money, Eddie got me paid real good with matching with the little year deal we had. So that's cool. I'm not complaining about that. But I probably could have did something different. But that doesn't have I don't think that has nothing to do with Matchroom. That has more to do on my side, my representation and what was going on with me, because like I said, after the Zorilla thing, after New Orleans, the Zorilla thing, it probably shouldn't have been going. You step into a big Devin Haney fight. After that, you have if somebody sees you have a Zorilla fight, all right, you do something else. Go fight somewhere else and do this, and then you keep the belt. Then after that, maybe do something else. But then they put me, in a Devin fight, and then with the Devin fight we fought in San Francisco, which is supposedly his hometown. We did that and everything was going against me and I was a champion. And the only reason I did that is because of and the only reason I did that and the only reason because I did all the talking is because of we was promised on the ticket sales. I was promised I'm gonna get a percentage of the gate and I was gonna get a percentage of the pay-per-view. And I never got none of that. So I literally did all that for nothing. I literally went to San Francisco for nothing. I could have just fought him in Houston or something or New Orleans for the belt. It was no purpose of doing that. So,
Wait. What do you mean you never you? What?
I never got paid. I mean, I got paid from the fight, but I never
Yeah.
got paid from pay per view, or I never got paid from the gate. And listen, I mean, you in boxing, I mean, that's how boxing is. We say boxing dirty. That's the understatement, right? That's an
Wait.
understatement.
So what did they tell you when you brought that up though? Like,
They tell me that the fight didn't sell as much as they
mm,
said it did, and I
yeah.
was like, well, I know pay per view didn't, but I know the gate did for sure. Had to. I looked in the crowd. I was like, God damn, it's packed. It was 18, 20,000 people. So it's no way that the fight didn't sell, but they was like, it didn't. So, that's the only reason I agreed to have the fight in San Francisco because of, okay, if we have it here, we can have a lot of ticket sales. That means more money for me, but I never got paid off it. So it's like that was really it was no purpose to even go to San Francisco at all.
Okay. So when something like that happened, because this a lot of us aren't privy to these sort of things, like with contracts and stuff like that. So this is news to me. So like when you have an agreement for like a cut of the gate, a cut of the pay per view sales, do they tell you like usually when that money comes in, like how that reporting is done and all that?
Let's just say this. Listen. The people that deal with the books, right? They deal with this. They do this every day, every single day. So, they can easily just say, "Oh, it's way basically it's ways you can get around it to say, oh, it didn't make this. Look, these was comp, this was free, this was this. They easily could do that. They do this. You talk about somebody that does this every like somebody you interview people, so you gonna know more about interviewing than anybody than I would, right? Because you do this every single day. So you talking about somebody that does this every single day, they they gonna know how to get over on you. That's just how it is. So they can say, oh, these tickets was comp, this was sponsorships, this was that. So you didn't make your quota, and that's what happens.
Oh wow, yeah, we're hearing something similar from like Devin and Bill with the Ryan Garcia fight, where I think Golden Boy had told him the same thing, like, hey man, this fight just didn't sell the numbers that you thought it did, but they're also like wanting to you know look at the books and all that. But okay, wow, yeah, I didn't know about that
Mhm.
on that
Happens.
aspect. Wow, okay.
It happens, man. That's how it go. It happens. That's just it is what it is. So, but
Mm.
like I said, I would never even like for me. What's the point of fighting in San Francisco if I'm not gonna get paid off it? That's the reason I agreed. Like, all right, we gonna fight in San Francisco. Why would I'm the champion? I'm the WBC champion. Why would I go fight somebody else? And really, I could have did something else. I didn't even have to fight Devin. I could have fought Ryan and made probably way more money. But I thought that okay, we do it in San Francisco, and all right, we gonna talk. We gonna that's why I did all that stuff. We gonna talk. I don't usually do all that. You saw me and Jack, we barely said shit to each other. But I don't need to talk. We gonna fight. That's what it's gonna be. But we did all the talking. Me and Bill, we started. We started like that, and then we just kept going because we know, all right, this is gonna sell some tickets. But and it was packed, but I still didn't get paid off of that. So it's like whatever.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. With that being said, Regis, we've had you on for a good amount of time. I don't want to keep you on here for too much longer, man. What would you say to the fans out there? Your fans based on your future and what happened over the weekend.
Well, I just always want to say thank you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for buying into my brand. I'm not done yet. I'm definitely not done yet. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do if it's gonna be at 140, if it's gonna be at 147, or it's gonna be on bare knuckles. So I'm gonna see. I'm for me right now. I'm just gonna see what I'm gonna do. I don't really know yet, but thanks for tuning in, and we definitely gonna have some big news probably in the next few months. So yeah, just keep tuning in. I thank everybody for everything.
So vacation time now for you, correct?
Yes, sir, man. I got a lot of stuff going on. I always have. The thing is, bro, like now my life really starts. That's the thing because when I'm in camp, it's just boxing, boxing, boxing all day long. I'm in a real tight schedule, but after camp, like my schedule is even. It's just boxing all day, but outside of camp, my schedule is way, way, way more busier. I have so much stuff to do on my plate, and I had all the stuff already going on. So that's why I was getting all these calls. Just now, I have real estate going on in New Orleans that's about to be done, and so I have a lot of stuff to have a lot of traveling. Not even just vacation, right? I have a lot of traveling. I'm going to a fight. They got the top rank. One of my friends, Shock, is fighting.
Yes, yes, yeah. Oshaki.
Consensual, he's fighting. Oshak is fighting Consensual again. I'm going to that in New York next week, and my daughter's birthday is next week. We got Halloween. I have to go to New Orleans. I have to go to Colombia. I probably go to Canada. Um, I got a lot of stuff to do, man. Then we got you talking about. We got Christmas. We got New Year's, Thanksgiving, just my birthday. So it's a lot of stuff coming up, man. A whole lot of stuff. So I'm gonna be really, really, really busy in the next few months.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, Regis, as always, man, I always appreciate talking to you, bro. We always have a real great conversations. Thank you for the time. Really appreciate it, my man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro. Have a good one, bro.
You too, man. Thank you. That
Yeah.
was Regis Prograis, who was kind enough to be here with us and speak to us about the fight. So we thank him and his team for allowing us and sharing time with us here today on the live chat. Now that that's all wrapped up, if you guys have any questions, comments that you want to go and throw at me, go ahead and throw at me. Um, the 140 division is a division that has a lot of interesting and intriguing matchups. And when I saw Jack Catterall fight against Josh Taylor in Leeds, it really opened my eyes to him in terms of how skillful he was. He's a really tricky fighter, to be honest, and he showed that in the fight with Regis. He's going to be a tough fight for anybody, honestly. Is Jack Catterall? Just he's a southpaw. He's slick. He's cute at times. He's awkward. He throws with intention. He just doesn't throw a punch to throw a punch. Like everything has a purpose behind it. I don't want to say he's yeah, maybe he is economical with his punches, but whatever he throws, he throws with the purpose there. Now, if they're going to match him with the winner of Liam Paro and Richardson Hitchison, which is a fight that's coming up, I believe. I'm not sure on the date. Maybe Jay, you can help me out with that, with the date. I don't know the date off the top of my head, but if not, I know him and Devin Haney were tweeting with each other. Another name that was thrown in the mix was Teofimo Lopez with a fight against Jack, though. Eddie Hearn in the post-fight press conference mentioned that he's not sure how likely that fight happens, given Teofimo Lopez's ongoing thing with his contract with Top Rank. I know he's saying that the Top Rank contract for him is, I don't want invalid, or it's up. Though I know, let's say maybe his fight with De Los. No, well, who was it? Ah, man, I forget. It was the Puerto Rican fighter that Teofimo fought in Las Vegas, where he December 7th in Puerto Rico is that Paro Hitchens fight. Good looking out, Jay. Let me look up who's the last guy that Teo fought. It was wait a second. It was it wasn't the best stylistic fight to watch as a fan. Where is it? Now, Steve Claggett was the last one, but I was referring to the Jermaine Ortiz fight, in which, when I spoke to Bob Arum, he had mentioned that Teofimo had signed an extension for like 2.5 years at that point, and that fight happened back in February of this year. Was the Jermaine Ortiz fight? So, according to Bob, he he still has till 2026 with Teo based on that interview. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm seeing a comment here. His contract is over in Matchroom. I'm going to resign with him. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'd want to get clarification from Bob. I think Bob did do an interview, I believe, with Dan Raphael, saying that Teo's contract is still valid with them and that they're going to work it out. So, yeah, who knows? With the current zeitgeist of boxing promoters working with each other, and ESPN does do fights with Riyadh Season, with Matchroom, with DAZN co-ops. The Fury fights with Wilder were co-ops. These Fury fights with Ngannou, with Usyk were co-ops with Top Rank and ESPN as well. I'm not worried about the promoter part with making that fight with Teofimo and Jack Catterall. I think it's going to be more down to financials at that point, with what each fighter wants for a purse, and we'll see what happens with that in the future. But with that being said, man, let me know if you guys have any questions, comments on the super chats here. Coming up this weekend, there is a fight in Las Vegas with Golden Boy Promotions, I believe, with Floyd Schofield coming up. Let me pull up his box rec and see. So this guy that he's fighting, Rene Teles Giron, this is the guy that beat Carlos Balderas a few years back. This dude is a heavy freaking puncher, all right? He throws loopy, crazy punches, but this dude can fight. So this is not like a walkover type fight for Floyd Schofield coming up this weekend. It's in Vegas at the Virgin Hotel. So if you're a fight fan, you're bored, you're looking for something to do, head over to Vegas. They always have Halloween stuff there on the weekend as well. So it'll be a fun little weekend. But yeah, this guy, Rene Teles Giron, it's not a walk in the park for anybody, man. Super aggressive guy. He's 20-3. His last few losses have been, sporadic. One in June, one in January, one in June of 19, January 22, June 23 losses. They're not really, Giovanni Cabrera is one that I know of, 18-0 at the time was Giovanni. This other guy, Jose Matias Romero, that he lost to, but he's put in some few wins since then, 3 wins since that last loss, and now going against the young Floyd Schofield. This is going to be a good test for him. But, other than that, man, boxing, I feel like we're kind of in a lull period, right, guys? There's not a lot of fights. There's, I see these tweets that Tank's fight might be pushed back to January because of the venue. Really the only big fights scheduled for the rest of the year, I believe, is that Fury Usyk fight. Outside of that, here, let me pull up my fight calendar. Outside of that, what do we have coming up? We got Boots and Ennis. We got Keyshawn Davis, the 8th of November. We got Jerron Ennis, Boots, and Bam Rodriguez in that Philly card on the 9th. Oh, yeah, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson on the 15th of November. That's going to be huge, guys. That's going to be real big. Regardless of what you guys think, regardless of Tyson's age, this is a spectacle, man. And Mike Tyson still generates headlines. Jake Paul, whether you love him or you hate him, the guy knows how to generate attention, and it's on Netflix. That's going to be probably the biggest fight of the year, given the platform that Netflix is going to give them and that built-in subscriber base. It's going to dominate come that Friday, when that fight is over, whatever happens is going to dominate the headlines. Um, given the amount of attention, Amanda versus Katie, says Mike as well. That rematch, oh, that's gonna be a good rematch between them. I felt in that fight, if Amanda had the 3-minute rounds, she might have ended up getting a stoppage in that fight. Honestly, do you guys agree with that, chat? So yeah, that's interesting to see, like, how she changes up things, and how does Katie Taylor change up things as well coming into that rematch. That's actually, to me, the most interesting, the most intriguing fight of the night is Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. That's for us, like the real, fight fans. That Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight, yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested to see what happens. Honestly, like I said, it's a spectacle. Mike has to put it on him. Like, the longer it goes, the worse it goes for Mike. Honestly, Jake's youthful, man, and he's a big guy too. He could punch. I don't want to see Mike get laid out, man. That'd be a very sad scene for it to do it. It doesn't matter that it's Jake Paul. Like, at this point, Jake Paul's been training boxing for how many years now? 3-4 years. He's had fights. He's put the time in. So it's not even a thing like, oh, he got knocked out by a Jake Paul YouTuber guy. No, it's Jake Paul can fight, and he's been training. He's been putting the time in. So it's just seeing a hero, an idol like that, go out like that again. Like the last images we saw Mike Tyson's professional career, his heart wasn't in it, but you'd see him get knocked out. Lennox Lewis and the other fights that happened after that. And I don't want to see Mike hurt, man. It's the same feelings I have with Manny Pacquiao, with talks of him potentially coming back to fight. I don't want to see Manny get hurt, man. I don't. I think that exhibition that he had in Japan against that Japanese fighter, who's a heck of a lot bigger than Manny, dude. Let's be real. That guy was a giant compared to Manny, dude. The guy was freaking big, and had a longer reach. And Manny didn't look that good against that. And I know they were talking about an exhibition for Manny and Ryan happening on a Ryzen card in Japan. I haven't heard much about that recently. I don't know if they're trying to make it happen or if they're going a different direction, but I think with all of us, man, we have this image of these fighters, and given what happens to fighters when they go too long, you don't want to see them get hurt. You don't want to see him get hurt. And Mike Tyson, man, hey, look, he's 58. We don't want to see him get battered around by a guy who's in his early 20s like that. Yes, he's Mike Tyson, and I know like that nostalgia and this is important to know too. Like, Mike Tyson isn't a normal 58-year-old, okay? Like, you compare him to like other 58-year-olds, this is not a normal 58-year-old, all right? So that's kind of like a different fold in this too. Like, this guy is not different class of human is Mike Tyson. But even with that, man, I just don't want to see him catch a straight to the face and any face plants the way that we saw Manny against Marquez. And even at that point, when that happened with Manny and Marquez, people were calling for Manny to retire at that point. And he went, had a few fights, and then had his fight with Floyd Mayweather at that point. But looking at the calendar, yeah, man, November, I would say that'd probably be the biggest fight of November. The next night, November 16th, you have that Golden Boy Latino night with Zurdo Ramirez and Chris Billum Smith, which I think is a very underrated fight, if I'm being honest. And then, there's a fight on the 30th in November, Sonny Edwards against Gafai. December, though, if there's no Tank fight in December, the biggest fight of that month becomes Fury Usyk, and that's it, man. We're done. We're done with boxing for the year. 2025, I think, will be a bigger fight. Okay, if this Tank fight gets pushed back, and then all these fights that we're hearing from PBC that potentially can be made, Benavidez versus David Morrell with Ryu and Pitbull on the card. If they go with Tank in January, then they'll probably go with Benavidez a few weeks later with David versus David, Morrell versus Benavidez, and Ryu and Pitbull. And then I believe Spence and Fundora is actually another fight that they're talking about it as well. So 2025 has the potential to start out strong, on top of the talks that they're having to have a big fight card in February in Riyadh. I hope, I got my fingers crossed that it's the Better Be of versus Bivol fight that they kicked that off in February. I know we did an interview with Eddie last week, in which he said he spoke to Mr. Al Sheikh, saying that he wants the rematch. Now, are we going to get an immediate rematch? I don't know, man. The IBF put that mandatory, so I don't know what they're going to do. Like, if Better BF goes through with this fight, I don't know. I guess he could talk to the IBF, but once the IBF does a mandatory, I think you either do the step aside money to do the voluntary defense, or they strip you. So at that point, it's not an undisputed fight. It's just a fight to see which one is better, to unify the division and then go fight the IBF champion. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, that's pretty much the year, man. Wow. Time flies. Jesus, man, time flies. You know, you wake up one day and you're old. You got gray hairs like me. And I've been doing this a long, long time. And wow, it's been quite a journey, a stressful one. That's for sure, man. But hey, man, if there's anything you guys want to chat, let me know. We'll be on here for a few more minutes. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button as well for that. We're getting very, very close to reaching a big milestone over here on the channel. 2 million subscribers. Very, very close now. So if you guys could help, please tell people to subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe as well. We appreciate the continued support. We also have a Spanish channel, which I'm trying to dedicate more time to. It's called Fight Hub Español. Go ahead and give that a subscribe and follow as well. It's all Spanish, so if you're not a Spanish speaker, that channel, well, even though I've heard like YouTube's doing this AI dubbing now, which it's going to change a lot of things, honestly, for all creators in the space. But all right, you guys, you know, I got a radio hit that I got to do in an hour. Usually like to keep these at an hour unless I have multiple guests on. So with that being said, hey, hi from France. What's up, Steven? Thank you for saying hi from France. Viva la France. But let's go ahead and wrap up. Go ahead and end this now. Appreciate it, guys. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we'll have more content coming this week. Interviews scheduled and booked coming your way. So keep it here to the channel on Fight Up. Subscribe as well if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the time. Thank you again to Regis Prograis and his team for setting that up and him stopping by and chatting with us, guys. So appreciate it all and have a great rest of your week. Have a productive Monday as well. Take it easy, everybody. Have a good one.